We thought it would be interesting to conclude each of these, 1 hour and 15-minute sessions with a synthesis from our side. So I would like to welcome a partner from Argon Co, Aldric Vignon. And I know you've been, cautiously looking at the exchange and all the videos, and I'd like to get your views about the sequence we've just seen.
Yeah, thank you, Hervé, for this very fruitful insight and round table. I must confess, hearing the first discussion on the round table, that we have different views and approach, but I'm pleased to see that the foundations are regarding risk management are quite similar. So here are my key takeaways with some additional views and thoughts based on the roundtable, the videos, and the discussion I had with some of our Argon Co customers. So risk management is now at the heart of all procurement activities and has brought new insights. And it's no more firefighting activities, nor long-term view. It's mixed and a combined approach. Risk management foundation are now set on technology, skills, cooperation, and agility. So I will elaborate on those 4 topics. First things first, as we have noticed, technology has a huge role to play. As risks are more and more diverse, the signals that help anticipating them are diffuse, coming from inside the company, from suppliers, and from all around the world, macro trends, weather conditions, etc. So the last year period has shown that handling risk properly is no more a matter of months of project, but great result could be achieved in a month or less, as described during the roundtable. And if you combine data scientist skills with procurement business understanding, you bring lots of value around risk. Second point is around procurement leaders skills, which are more and more critical and rely now on a deep understanding of business needs, internal stakeholders ecosystems, suppliers landscape, and behaviors and strategy for sure, and the macro trends of the industry. These new skills are additional one, and they will make the difference in terms of performance in the future. And as mentioned by Fabrice, new jobs are emerging right now. But keeping human relationship is also key to anticipate and solve risk. The crisis has shown us that more than ever, regular contact should be set and managed at all levels, either at suppliers or procurement side. Keeping the line open, engaging regular discussion, sharing forecasts, assumptions, etc. So adapt your talk to the audience and especially to the ones who need to decide. Last point I would like to share is critical, is around agility and being able to adapt constantly in this new environment. So procurement professionals must challenge their own beliefs and practices. Do I change the frame of my relationship from years to months, from quarter to weeks? Do I have the mindset to rebalance frequency the targets, as mentioned by Fabrice, for example? What are the innovative levers I can leverage? My first guess is that there is no good time frame, just time frame adapted to the situation and the risk we are facing. So Fabrice has elaborated on that during the roundtable. So do not consider technology could do everything. Focus your time and effort on thinking and acting, and no more on gathering and compiling information, as Fabrice said. So it's time for a major data management shift. So as a conclusion, if we step back, I must say everything is already written in all procurement books, and we were all taught risk is part of the category management work. But now it's for real, and it's part of all management expectations. So do not wait for the next crisis to reshape your organization, to bring new skills to your team, and to be aware of all external signals. So Hervé, is it in line with what you wrote in your book, The Fifth Generation Purchasing?
Well, yes, Aldric, and I think you've been, saying it in many ways. When you were talking about the importance of time, in this period already. Tackling risk is a battle with time. We've seen that a month of anticipation and a week of acceleration can really create a big difference with competitors. This is something we need to have in mind. Volatile environments are really opportunities to leapfrog competition. And we shouldn't be taking for granted that we will be ending up with lower performance. We had the cases provided by Carl on some of the automotive companies who've been, beating very significantly the average performance. They anticipated challenge and they were really able to rapidly deploy some new solutions. You talked about the importance of being agile and reacting to the situation. I think still it's really important to go back to some of the strategies. It's really important to revisit them, but in a different way, probably, than we were doing in the past. A good strategy is, in fact, a set of hypotheses. And they tell us, in a given context, what would be the best, decision to have. And if things are changing, still, we need to look back because we might be able to find an opportunity in terms of access to a new supplier that we had identified in the past. We might find new operational models that we've not been using recently, but that we had, identified as also an option at some point in time. So I think, we need to step back sometime. We need to look at all the dimensions of the markets, and that's really what we bring from a procurement standpoint. It's our deep knowledge into the market, and we shouldn't be succumbing to the firefighting on a day-to-day basis kind of a glory, I would say. In terms of digital, I think what would be for me very important to outline is it might be a time where we need to unplug some of the automatic algorithms that are saying what to do. So doing a bit less of the automation while at the same time being able to use artificial intelligence to help us identify abnormalities, before they can even be visible by humans. And I think we had some really interesting examples of being able to be ahead of time with the spread of the pandemic that was given in some of the videos. Finally, I think I would conclude related to people, I would say. We need to listen these days to the people who are in the front lines. There are people that might not have been very visible, but these days they are. There are the people on the front line. There are the local logistics managers. There are the local buyer who are very close to what's happening locally and can take actions, can help us pass some of the information. We need to give these people the autonomy to voice their view, to take action as well, in order to handle the situation at the best level. And I think that if we combine a sense of purpose, a sense of urgency, maybe we can find a moment of peace in the middle of the storm. So I wish everyone a moment of peace in the middle of the storm.
Thank you, Hervé.